Manalasan. I'm Angela Penn, your Dean of Students. I would like to take this time to tell you about some of the exciting things that we have going on at Manalasan. All February we'll be celebrating Black History Month, where students will engage in different lessons and activities and learn about historic African American figures, arts, and music. We will then begin our February month with celebrating our counselors as well. Our theme is superheroes because to us, our school counselors are our superheroes. So we're going to take the week to show appreciation and we're going to dress up as superheroes. On February 15th through 19th, we're going to have Kindness Week, where students and staff are challenged to do random acts of kindness. Students will be able to put their kind acts into a drawing to get a prize. As you can see, we have a lot of stuff going on in February. And now we're going to hear from Mr. Jacobs and get a report on our sports and athletics.
Winter athletics are going great at Manalasan this season. We have successfully tried out for boys and girls basketball. The boys team have played 3 games so far this year, winning 1 and then losing the other 2, with 2 more left on the schedule for next week, pending, of course, our upcoming snow. We did not have enough girls to try out for a full girls team, but MMS was more than willing to take the girls that did try out, so our girls are actually playing on a combined team at that school. The 15th of February, we will be trying out for volleyball and having a volleyball season that will run just through March. We are also looking forward to having both cross country and football here at Manalasan coming up. We have successfully live streamed Facebook live for basketball games, and we look forward to doing that for all athletics going forward so the parents have an opportunity to watch their kids play. If you'd love to check out any of our Manalasan athletics, please visit the Manalasan Middle School Facebook page. Live streams are going to happen, but you'll only find out about it if you like and follow the page.
And that's our athletics report for this month.
Thank you for that. Now we're going to hear from Peter Garrison, the coach of our Lego Club, in their upcoming competition.
My name is Peter Garrison. I'm the captain and the person who started the Trobots team here, which is First Lego League Robotics. I started it when I was in 8th grade about 3 years ago. This is our 4th year total doing it, with just some old robots that we found from an old class that got discontinued. Only 1 out of the 4 robots worked, but we managed to get an award, the Judges Award, that first year, and ever since then, we've been moving on, being able to continue doing all the challenges and everything, and working our hardest to do as well as we can while learning about core values and how to engineer along the way. This year is a pretty big difference from other years. The team is down to 5 or 6 from 20 last year, so that's 2 full teams. And so this year, obviously, we're having a little bit less meetings. The competition got moved back a little bit, so we have more time since we have less time. We've had once-a-week meetings, depending on students on their A or B day. And then just recently we started some Friday meetings for students to come in and work, make sure they have everything as finished as possible. Tomorrow, we're going to be recording everything and sending it in for our competition. This is going to be the first year that they've done it virtually. Normally, we would spend an entire Saturday at a school about an hour away, just competing. It's one of the greatest experiences. Hopefully, tomorrow will go just as well, if not as many people, but pretty well nonetheless. Hopefully, it'll go pretty smoothly. Along with that, next Saturday we'll also have the live reviews, where we will find out how we did, if we move on to the next level and any awards, if any we got, along with how a lot of teams did. I'm sure a lot of teams have had more challenges than us, not being able to meet at all potentially for part of the year. We've been very lucky to have such a supportive school, allowing us to meet the entire school year since we started. As you can see, we have the table here, which is where the robot does all of the challenges. We get this for the entire season and then basically show it off. Each of these challenges, while they don't look very complicated, pose a unique challenge for the robot. Keep in mind that you're using Legos for this. So each of these challenges the robot has to do a different task for different amounts of points. And if you get enough points in all three categories, being the robot game, core values, which is how you work together as a team, and the innovation project, which is solving a real world problem, you get to move on to the next level and compete from teams around the world. This is an example of one of the robots that the students use. As you can see, it's not quite normal Legos, what you see with most sets, but it's very complicated. As you might be able to see, it has an intelligent brick right here, which is programmed using the students' Chromebooks. Then it has various motors and other things that can be attached to complete some of the larger challenges that require a bit more movement. These are not the easiest thing to build, but they definitely pay off as the students get to design them, adapt them to whatever challenges they have that year, and put other attachments on. So, being a STEM club, a lot of what we do is related to mostly engineering and pretty decent amount of math. We do have to use numerical values for distances and angles that we use for each challenge, whether it's an arm lifting something up a certain amount, but not so far that it hurts the motor, or just turning at a perfect 90-degree angle, which can take a lot of work. A lot of these things are involved in this. It's very project-based. Each program we kind of treat as their own project as they develop it and work on it for at least a week, if not longer. Sometimes they take up to 8 hours of pretty much straight work. Each of these challenges, like I said, they look pretty simple, but they can be extremely difficult when you're designing with Legos. A lot of the skills that students can learn with Lego robotics can actually be transferred to a lot of other things. I know personally, I found a lot of help with problem solving and critical thinking after my experience in the club, which is why I like to help continue it in any way I can. Of course, with such a lovely looking robot as this, there are quite a few expenses involved. We are lucky enough to have gotten numerous grants and community sponsorships, enough so that each student this year gets their own robot to program. There's no issues with having to wipe the robot down for each individual student or anything like that. But even just the competition itself, as you can imagine, this is a decent amount of Legos right here, and they're not the cheapest. But each year we've managed to do enough fundraising and stuff to get enough money to be able to send the kids to the competition, and then have a little bit left over for the next year so we can upgrade the robot just a little bit every year. Each donation and sponsorship is a great help, even if it's just getting a single rechargeable battery instead of having to buy 30 AA's every single time the robots get low. Thanks.
So thanks for coming by. If you're watching this on social media, make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you in March. Bye.
Important pictures.
I know you do. You need a switch? How does that convert? Too much.
We just need one.
Thanks, Matt.